Inline Hotline.
Hello and welcome to the Inline Hotline podcast, brought to you by Anti-Rocker Society, rollerblading's very own voicemail call-in show. Our lines are open 24/7, even now. Call in and you can be in our next podcast. Just call 856-4-BLADE-1. That's 856-425-2331. And for our international callers, just add a +1 in front of all that. I'm your host, Brian.
Sure.
And with me today, in alphabetical order, hopefully so they don't fight about it, we have Derek, the Red One French, and Mike, sometimes Blue French, also known as the French Brothers. Boys, did I get the colors right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Welcome to Inline Hotline. It's a long time coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Question for you guys. As fellow 40-somethings, what's something on your body that hurts right now?
At this point, it's more surprising if something doesn't.
Yeah. Right. When was the last time you guys had a big injury?
He's got a broken leg. Yeah, right now, July 2nd.
Oh my God. From blading?
But he's already got all the hardware in his leg to keep it together. So it's just healing without a cast or surgery or any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's already ready already. So the healing time is about half, but I'm walking without crutches now. It was, last month, July 2nd, and it was just on a backslide on a low park rail, fat rail, and it was just a freestyle frontside backslide, and my foot went over the rail, and I was just warming up. My foot went over the rail, and as I'm trying to correct it or, save myself from falling, my leg went under the rail and all my momentum was still going forward. So I hooked the support with my ankle and then nutted the rail, but my shin went straight to the support. And it was like when a martial artist stacks a bunch of bricks and they punch the top one and the bottom one blows out. Since I had the rod on the front of on the tibia, I don't know where. To be honest, I have no idea. I thought it was on the inside, but it's the back of the bone that broke. So it's like it's behind the rod where like a fracture that looks like that.
Damn. But like it fractured, but you am I getting this right that you had hardware in there from a previous injury that was still in there?
Yeah. Snapped it clean in half before.
A whole fib tib break in half. His foot was turned around the other direction and on the old one.
From landing a trick.
Yeah.
That's how my 40s were. Well, that's how I ended my 30s.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was just overweight and I was skating at the skate park like I was 18.
Right.
First time back on skates, I think in like 8 to 10 months, maybe more. But I was trying to do an alley fish brain along some coping and I just didn't get it right. It was all sketchy and sticky, and then I just waxed the shit out of it, and I couldn't get off of it. But when I came off the alley fish brain, I kind of landed a little flat bottom, and my wheel was turned, and you could see right through my bones in the X-ray because I was so unhealthy, like just not eating great, not working out. Right. And it just snapped clean.
He broke it so bad, I felt something. And I turned around because I had my headphones in. It was like, something's not right. I'm looking around, and all of a sudden you just see him down at the bottom with his foot turned around. And he's like, ah!
Oh my God. It's like a movie. Shit.
I was pretty calm.
He was calmer than I'd have been.
Oh my God. Do you guys...
Time wasn't so bad.
As pro bladers now, isn't that weird to say to yourself that you guys are pros now? Like...
Yeah,
right at 40 in your 40s, like being able to say, "Hey, I'm pro," right? But to that point, do you guys feel like you need to do like supplemental healthy stuff? Like you have to eat better for the sport. You have to work out 100%. Better for the sport.
Have to, and the more you make those decisions not to, you pay for it.
Absolutely, and it's just like everything else in life. There's consequences for your actions and the choices that you make. So now you pay for them, sometimes almost immediately.
Yeah. That is why. Yeah. To that point, what was the longest hiatus that you guys have ever had from blading?
I always skated like 2 or 3 times a year, but then when I got locked up, I just went to county jail for 6 months, but going there and then checking into treatment afterwards, which was, an 11-month program, I had skated maybe 3 times in that 15 months, at the very end. And one of them was when Derek shattered his leg. And I think that I think that was the longest I had gone. And I thought about it more than ever because obviously I was sobering up. I was figuring out what I was going to do with my life. And all I kept thinking about is how when I got out of there, I was going to continue to rollerblade and that I was
Wow.
going to focus on my health. And I kept looking at all the handrails inside the jail and was just thinking about
Wow.
how one day I'll get a shot at it again, you know?
Yeah. Derek?
I think 2 years from snapping my leg.
Yeah.
You know, like it was. I think it was a good year for me to get back on my feet, and then a year to get off of the painkillers. And in that time, I don't think.
And to find the confidence.
Yeah, I don't think rollerblading crossed my mind that definitely not in the first 12 months because of all the pain and trying to. I also had my son was born like almost around the exact same time. I had this 8 month plan I was coming up with to get ready to have my son, come into this world and then snap my leg. And so for the first 12 months after that was just terrible. I mean, getting back on my feet after the first month was the hardest part, but then after that, it was just kind of getting normal again. I'm having little bits of it with just having a broken leg, just getting the mechanics right again.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling because I've been babying it now since, the beginning of last month.
Yeah. Your first session back from snapping full must have been pretty cautious, right?
It was pretty insane.
Yeah, dude. It felt great.
I couldn't believe it. I had a pair of Frankie Morales 5s or whatever. Wasn't that what they are?
The white, blue, and
Yellow and
Oh,
red.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And so I had just bought a pair of those and I paid like $400 something and then probably was shipping almost 500. And I brought him to the session and was getting Derek like kind of juiced to like come along and, just come along and, and maybe try skating if you feel comfortable. And he brought his razors and we went there and I just remember sitting there talking to him and I had skated them and I was like, they're just not for me. And Derek was like, do you care if I try them? And I was like, yeah, go ahead, man. And so he puts them on. And I was out when you did the Liu Kang True Topsail. And I said, if you land that, you can have those.
You said
Wow.
if I did the Liu Kang True Topsail, the true porn star.
Yeah. So basically, if he
And
could land
he
this
tried.
trick he was thinking about, I would give him the skates.
Wow.
And he landed it first try after that. And I was like, no,
Damn.
because I was going to sell him because I want to sell that money back.
Hey, that's well earned, man. And you're a man of your word. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
They were witnesses.
what I appreciate about you guys, going back to both what Mike you said and Derek what you've shared, is like you guys are so open to share and talk about your personal journeys, right? Whether it's
Sure.
about being locked up and issues with substances or
Sure.
like your kids and whatnot. Like I think that's super admirable,
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I just know that it helps to share because there's a lot of people sometimes that say they're going through problems of their own. Like if, that they keep it really quiet. And part of our recovery is recovering out loud for those who suffer in silence, and it helps people get, sometimes it helps people get confidence just to be able to talk about their story or move through their story or get just some uplifting inspiration or perspective on things that, it's not always the darkest. Sometimes I share my stories to show people that their life isn't that bad. And I think that's why I go to meetings sometimes is because when you start feeling like, how could my life be this terrible when you start dealing with all your own stuff? I think it really helps when you hear other people talk about their problems because 9 times out of 10, you'll decide to keep your own if they gave you the option to take somebody else's problems or deal with your own.
Wow. I hadn't thought, like, that's a really powerful statement, the recovering out loud.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, I have. Go ahead.
Oh, it just resonated with me when I heard somebody say that. And I've carried that with me ever since.
Isn't that interesting? Like, it's such an plain Jane phrase, right? But
Sure.
like you were in the right time in your life to receive it in the right way. You know what I mean? Like had you heard that 10 years earlier, maybe you would not have received it the same way.
Exactly. It wouldn't have had any weight to it. No substance.
None of the stuff that we heard, none of the most powerful things that we've heard in our recovery we wouldn't have taken the time to consider.
As much as you guys shit talk each other, as much as you guys grief each other in the session, like how instrumental were you guys in each other's lives? Like, how instrumental was that to your recoveries?
Well, if it weren't for Derek, I would have never been in recovery because he decided to make the decision before I even got in my legal troubles. Well, I mean, let's say this. I was in the start of my legal troubles. I just decided to start not caring. And I thought at the time it was more like a gangster thug life mentality. Like it was just the dumbest outlook on life. And looking back at it now, I am embarrassed. But Derek had decided to try and get sober from everything. And he checked himself into a treatment facility in Minneapolis. And it wasn't just any, it was the hardest one that you could ever go to. R.S. Eden made you take a look at your life, a real hard, clear look at your life and your behaviors and dissect them so that you could learn to live differently because living the way you were was getting you nowhere.
Yeah.
And you know, he kind of sugarcoated it to me like, oh, it's great. You got to get in here yourself. And then I got arrested. I ended up going to jail. And at the time, I was pretty open to kind of any advice anybody had. Because one thing I realized when I got arrested is I didn't know anything about anything. Seeing him there and seeing him healthy, I think did a lot to my psyche. But there were a lot of things that had to line up for that all to happen the way it did, for me not to be in prison for a really long time. And I look at it like divine intervention, because if those things wouldn't have happened, I don't think I would have done it for myself. And I think that I'd still be running around chasing my tail, making super limited, poor decisions. And
He'd have no teeth left.
yeah, no teeth. And
And they're great
so you
teeth.
barely got any teeth left. He's not going to have any teeth left in a second.
So, you know, everybody's rock bottom is different. The mother of my children at the time was basically giving me an ultimatum. Like, if you ever want to see your kids again, you need to get into treatment. And she had already been through the program. So I decided I hit rock bottom and I went. And, you know, the whole time after sobering up, I'm like, worried about my brother, knowing he's still out there. Like the whole time I was in there, I'd be calling him, trying to get him to at least come visit me so I could see that he was all right. And then right when I'm about to graduate, he gets arrested and he's looking at going away for a really long time.
Wow.
And I'm out there trying to do, you know, I've raised my family and take care of my family and work a job and stuff. But then Mike's hit me up every 3 days, like, hey man, I really need some money on my books.
Yeah, I'm in jail.
Yeah, I'm in
Need a
jail.
little money. They got me. I need some honey buns.
I was just gonna say the honey buns, man. That's
Dude, they're
good as
fire.
money.
That's
over
all you
there.
get, you know.
Yeah.
It was horrible, man. It was like we're just complete yin and yang,
Yeah.
and we just balanced each other
Wow.
out, and it was this teeter-totter going back and forth until we finally just
Well, and it was just like skating. Like, so in skating, he would learn something and it would piss me off. And I'd be like, I'm going to go do that better. Or
Yeah.
I'll not a 360, I'm going for a 540, you know, and we would always push each other in that sense.
Yeah.
But when it came to recovery, it was more like holding each other accountable, which really, I mean, it was,
Wow.
it's the best thing that ever happened to us.
Yeah.
I've been off probation for like a year, I think now, and I'm just ready for it. And I want to see the world with my girlfriend and show her the skating world all over the entire world. And
world.
world. I want to go around the world, and I want to get as far away from Derek as I can.
And I can't leave the country, so
Yeah. He can't follow us. So
Man, that gets me emotional, man. That's really inspiring to hear. That's
Thanks,
fucking
man.
beautiful. And I appreciate you allowing yourself to be vulnerable around me and
absolutely.
potentially the public, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, just to pivot off that a little bit, what's the best part about being sober these days?
I'll be honest with you. There were a lot of days when you didn't know how you were going to eat. You didn't know how, if you were going to even talk to your kids, and it's been a long time. You haven't, been around anybody that you actually care for, or your options are just really limited. And in this life that we have now, not only could I not have pictured it, 8 years ago, but the options are endless. Like I can do whatever I want. And as long as it doesn't involve me throwing my life away by going to pick up drugs or doing something that, breaks the law or any of that stuff, life's exponentially better every day.
Awesome.
yeah,
man.
no more $20 problems.
Right.
Yeah, he's got $120,000 problems now.
Yeah. 118.
Oh man, there's a story behind that,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was trying to make a point of socking it to the my opponent in court, my ex, and the state that was after me, and I was like, I'm not paying them shit, and it's like, well, that was money that would have gone to your daughter to support her because it's child support. So
Right.
It's 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and this dude represented himself in court, which I think is hilarious. And I can't believe I joined him to go watch it, and I just watched as he unraveled.
Oh no.
brutal.
Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, you're paying the full maximum amount all the time, forever."
Yeah, I wasn't even employed, and they were like, "Yep, $449 a month." And back then, that was crazy.
That was
Yeah,
a long
dude.
time ago, but that shit stacked up, and
It's a lot now,
He
man.
can't get it. He can't get his passport and travel because of that. So he could make that.
I could make that in a year.
He could make 3 times that in a year doing what we do, but every year something happens. Every year he breaks his leg this year. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude.
Buy yourself new legs, man.
Yeah, man, come on. He can borrow the money from me and then he'll earn it back.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Eric, what's the best part of being sober?
Oh man, just being able to actually set goals and accomplish them from the beginning of like getting out of treatment and getting back on my feet, and then being a better dad, and then like realizing I can still rollerblade. When I got sober in the beginning, I was scared to rollerblade. Now I have my confidence back. This is a minor setback for a major comeback, but just knowing that I don't have to. Not everything is the end of the world. Like I catastrophize a lot about things, and especially in my addictions. And so knowing that by just deciding to rollerblade again and saying we wanted to be pro. I don't know what the guys at Angled Souls had mentioned something about it, like, oh, what is it going to take for us to be pro? Like just setting that goal and saying, okay, yeah, we are in our 40s, but that's what we want to do, is we want to go pro. When we were in our prime, we were, in active addiction. So we weren't taking care of our bodies. We were poisoning ourselves every night.
And our relationships.
And getting up skating, burning bridges, multitasking,
Yeah.
And now it's the amount of things that you can get done, and you can be like, I saw a post that said something about you can't have all 3, a good job, be a professional, or be good at rollerblading, and have a lot of money or something, or be good looking. I don't know what the fuck they were. 3 things.
You didn't even read it.
No, it wasn't good looking, but like 3 things that it was like, well, fuck, I rollerblade and I got a good job and I've got a good family life at home. And I have all 3 of those things because I'm not spending every night getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think where we're at now is just a beautiful place in life, because we do get to share our story a lot thanks to people like you that have platforms that are willing to let us tell our story.
Yeah,
and
pleasure.
the other thing is, when we do share stuff like this, people reach out to us all the time that are going through their own issues. And we've always made it a point to be open for that, so that we can share what was freely given to us.
It's just good to see that there are people out there that listen, and other people that are picking up rollerblading. Old guys that are like,
Yeah, that's my favorite part about this, is that people are like, you guys inspired me to get a pair of skates. You see their old ass trying to get back in shape. I'm like, fuck yeah.
that was
dude.
us, man.
That was us. We all, I think everybody that gets back into the sport goes through this wonky, awkward phase, and don't quit before the miracle happens.
Yeah, it's a transformation.
Because we'll watch people get into it just like we did. Pants are too tight, shirt doesn't fit, looks really wonky on skates. Shit, I went to a competition like that. The very first Blade Cup I went to, I was like, I am out of shape. And I was dying all over the place. And people were still really welcoming and stuff like that. But it was motivation to be like, next year I'm going to do even fucking better. And then every year just kept coming back to Blade Cup. One year I'm going to win that Veterans Cup. And I swear to God, hopefully it's going to be soon, because if I got to wait till my 50s to win that Veterans Cup, I'm going to be pissed.
You might have a better chance.
Guys, that like you said it, like it is inspiring, and I'm glad you guys can see it. You guys are changing lives and inspiring people to change their own lives and whatnot. For the impossible pivot here, I would love to, for the people that don't know you as well, or maybe don't know you at all, I'd love to give a little kind of mini intro to you guys. You guys are both pro skaters. You guys have been skating since the 90s with various times off and on. What are you guys excited about in your lives at your professional skating careers?
So we both ride for Angled Souls, Lava, and Resurgent Skate Shop. I really look forward to what we're going to be able to do with Lava and a lot of the kids coming up. I think there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming out from a lot of different companies trying to compete for the small amount of business that is in rollerblading. So maybe that means that companies start making their products better and
100%.
designs are more efficient. And I think costs are going to come down, especially with companies like Lava that are coming out with a great product and not having to, completely ream your wallet for it.
Look, I try to do what I can to have a company that I'm proud of with Anti-Rocker Society and shirts.
We love your company.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But, again, with that said, I'll sell out in a second. You offer me $1,000 for Anti-Rocker, it's yours,
Everybody's
man.
got a price.
Yeah, I got a price. My price is low.
That's what I should have said to that guy that said, you sold your soul to China. I should have said, they paid pretty good. I would have sold it for half the price.
Yeah.
That's so awesome, Brian.
Well, with that said, are you guys ready to answer some voicemails or listen to some voicemails?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to why don't we have Derek pick the first voicemail?
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Skating in shadows sounds cool.
Yeah, we'll start with Skating in Shadows.
Skating in Shadows. All right.
Oh, no. It's Shadows the Skates?
No, I've heard that. Listen.
Here we go.
Shut. My name is Tim, and I am from New Jersey. I'm this many. Oh, sorry, you can't see my hands. I'm 10, and I just wanted to ask Derek if it's really dark living in his brother's shadow and what it's like to be the older twin brother and not be as good as your younger brother.
Wow.
Okay, bye.
Okay, too.
Wow. Kids these days.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, what's it like, Derek?
Living in your shadow? What shadow?
Oh, I believe you lost 2 games of skate in a row.
I won the first one and you can't treat that.
Oh, it didn't get as many views.
For those not watching and listening, that was Mike on leaving a message. Okay, Mike, why don't you choose the next one?
All right, can't do.
Okay, can't do. This is a good one. All right, ready?
Shirt. Andy Yang from San Jose. I don't want to be a dick. My question is, for the French brothers, you guys are all great skaters, and I do see on YouTube you guys like to play the game of skate. What is a trick that each of you throw down to get each other? So meaning that a trick that each brother can't do. Other than that, thank you very much. Have a good one.
It's a good question. It comes down to true spins, man. Derek can do a lot of true spin topsides, and I cannot. And I have been learning, and I just did my first true spin topside porn star not that long ago. And it was after my brother broke his leg, and I told him that now that I can do that trick, I no longer need his services. So he no longer has to come with me and film. I can do it all myself.
See yourself out the door, sir. Yeah.
And he can't do a lot of the tricks that I do. Well, I mean, he doesn't do I'll eat top acids. He doesn't do
I can. I just prefer true tap acid.
right. But he also doesn't do that a lot either. So
Well, I don't do either of them very often. Tricks I like and tricks I don't. I don't like top mistrials for some reason.
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him sweat dance.
I love a mistrial. I love a true mistrial, but I don't like topside mistrials for some reason.
Isn't that
I'm gonna work
misfit?
on that.
Is that a top side mistrial?
He does misfit.
I love misfits.
What's the difference?
Absolutely love. I have no idea. I do them different feet.
Yeah, I think it's more that he just doesn't understand the physics of having a topside foot in front unless it's going backwards. And it's just the way our brains work,
Yeah.
Sure.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Next one, let's go back to Derek.
These are all setups.
Choose wisely, your boy.
Your boy. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, that was Andy Yang in the last call. He was the very
Awesome.
first.
Thanks, Andy, for the question.
Very first Five Grinds guest and of VG4 fame.
All right.
Yeah. Here we go. It's your boy.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy C from Death Squad Blading. Yo, much love, Derek and Mike.
Congrats on all the success. Hey, yo, real quick, what's the one thing you really love about the blade scene today? And what's the one thing you really don't like about the blade scene today? It's your boy.
Love it.
Caesar. I would say, well, I'm gonna let you answer this one. I answered the same question he asked towards the end and gave a long-winded answer, and you didn't say anything.
All right.
Oh shit, my bad.
No, it's fine. He usually doesn't say anything.
What I like about the industry now is how many people are being rejuvenated by it. How many people are coming back to it and picking up the resurgence. And the amount of people that are coming back and how many people. It's good. It's just so good to see our sport doing that. It's almost like a zombie apocalypse. Everybody's coming back to life.
Dude, Chris Haffey clips the other day on a real handrail. Get out of here.
Dude, come on.
We made it. We made it to the world is healing. Chris Haffey came back.
Right.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
And
Next we'll be seeing Brian Aragon do it again.
what
What I don't like about one thing I don't like about this industry, it's not, I don't know if I would call it gatekeeping or just sipping on haterade. When people have a platform to talk on, or they have the ability to help people, don't gatekeep that. Like we've been given the opportunity to be the team managers for Lava, and we put too many people on the team. So, so now
this is true French fashion.
we held the door open and let all the homies in. And so now we have to figure that out.
We're not back to the drawing board.
We're not very professional about it. We don't know.
You get a pair of skates. You
We're
get
gonna
a
be Oprah about the rollerblading.
60 people.
So when there's people that are gatekeeping, and I'm not going to shoot shots. They shoot shots. I don't shoot shots. I don't have to hate on them or bring them up. But the people who decide that they don't like us and they're going to not fuck with us, that's fine. But they're gonna.
I think that I know what he's talking about. I know who he's referring to. And one thing that I don't like about the rollerblading industry is one of the only people putting effort into making a bunch of videos and controlling who gets to call what, as far as like an award at the end of the year or something like that. We've never seen a clip of him. And has very harsh opinions on lava and skating, period, and only glazes 5 people that either ride for them or Mesmer. And that's, or if you decide not to donate to them initially, like Lava did, now anytime they get a chance to badmouth Lava, they do. And I think that could be an alarming or concerning part of the industry, because that's a very loud voice in the community. And all I say to people is maybe not trust your sources of where you get your rollerblading info from if that person has never or does never engage in rollerblading, because then they're kind of more a culture vulture, because they're just making content for other people to see that or their opinions to get out there and to shut down or lift up certain people. And I think that could be harmful to the industry when that person never shows clips, talks trash, and then hides behind their computer. That's all I'm saying. And shots are fired at a certain somebody, but I get more and more upset about it every year.
Yeah, I only got a reaction out of somebody when I said, "Hey, we were thinking about donating some money to your contest."
Yeah,
Then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? How you doing?" Never mind, dude. We're gonna spend that money on children rollerblading, getting kids skates, so more kids can have the opportunity to experience the same passion that we feel.
That's what I feel about today's skating scene, which is like, it's amazing that all of these people have found their way back to the sport, and like are recapturing their childhood. But we need to get that lower demographic, or it's going to die with us. You know what I mean? Like, we need to see more kids. There's some ripping kids these days, which is amazing.
And me and Mike were talking about it. So Kevin Little brought it up a while back, and it was already on my brain. Like, it was the next thing I wanted to do. But like getting kids to send sponsor me tapes or helping kids get exposure. That's going to be huge, to bring sponsor me tapes back into rollerblading.
So that's he's spilling the beans, basically. That's one of the things I was talking about earlier, is we want to try and put something together where kids can send in either a 1-minute reel, a 3-minute reel, whatever it is. Send us a sponsor me tape.
Love it.
And we're going to have we're going to have a contest, and we are going to allow them to submit their videos, have their parents help them submit the videos, and to each kid that we feel is out there giving it their all, we are going to figure out a way for them to get a pair of skates. And to the winner, we're going to try and give them a sponsorship package.
Wow.
And I think that that would be something that we definitely feel we're at the point in our life that we should be offering out, because the skate industry has given us nothing but the best memories, some of the most amazing injuries and stories to tell about those injuries. And I think that we're in a space now where that's kind of our duty, is to give back to the kids, that, you know, these older folks throughout our life gave us a ton of different opportunities, gave us a bunch of different products. And I think it's our turn to return those favors.
Amazing. Dude, that's so sick. That's really
It'll be
cool.
fun.
And it's very like looking to the future, right? Very forward
Absolutely.
thinking.
That's the most important, is to get kids stoked on rollerblading. And otherwise, what's the point of, you know, achieving a professional status if you're not trying to push the next generation?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, love that. You heard it here first, folks. Very special podcast. But also, if you're going to get in trouble, let me know. I can take it out.
No. Keep it up. It's my idea.
Oh,
and
sick.
I'm turning in part of my royalties so that I can get a bunch of kids skates instead.
Dude.
And I want to be able to give those out. We're going to the first stop was going to be the Oklahoma Showdown. Zach said he was going to cancel it because personal issues this year. And we want to try and help carry the torch. And there's a couple other guys from OKC Blade, and they want to, OKC? Oklahoma City, right? That's what it is?
Yeah.
OKC Blade, yeah. And they're going to perpetuate it and continue it at a different park, I believe, because there's a lot of youngins that were counting on it this year. And I'm going to take a handful of those skates that I get. We're going to bring them there to give them out. And I believe they got the go ahead and the green light from Zach. So Zach said, go ahead. The other Zach Smith is, I think, the one spearheading it as well. So two Zach Smiths. And we're going to try and just make sure that those kids aren't let down this year, because they were probably looking forward to it, because the Oklahoma Showdown is a great event, thrown by great people, and it's filled with great people. So it's only a 10-hour drive. So we can just load up one of the work trucks, fill it up full of skates, and just head out.
Oh, so awesome. All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Well, love this.
Long-winded.
It's Mike's turn, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you picking?
How about wall ride?
Wall
This is
ride.
kind of
Okay. Wall ride.
Shirt. This is not Derek French from Minneapolis, Minnesota, originally from Spokane, Washington. But I have a better question for Mr. French. Mike, have you ever shit your pants doing a wall ride? Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
Oh, wow. We were
sup,
personal on that one. Yes, I have. And as you know, I'm completely transparent. I would love to tell this story. I love my twin brother for bringing that up. And well, I was 17 years old, and I had been drinking heavily the night before, which I do not condone for anybody, period. And I decided to make a terrible decision and go out and drink with a bunch of the older guys that were our influences in rollerblading out in Mankato, Minnesota. And didn't get a whole lot of sleep, but did ingest a whole lot of things that were bad for me that night. I went out skating the next day. There was a wall ride that was perhaps too big, and I decided to give it a go and try to come out fakie. My heels landed in a crack that was too large to roll over, and I went straight and hit my ass on the ground, and in which opened the floodgates. And I did, in fact, release fecal matter into my boxer shorts. Luckily, we were at a church. Oh man, no!
Oh, whoops!
I got a customer calling.
Oh, do you need to take it?
Their roof. No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll call him right back. But yes, I did. I landed with my heels in the crack. My ass hit the ground. I shit myself. I went inside the church. I had to change. Well, didn't bring an extra pair of boxer shorts. I had to, this is 2000, the year 2000. I actually feel terrible to this day because I just left those boxer shorts in that trash.
Jesus is problem now.
Yeah, I had to. I wasn't going to pack them around with me. Dude, it was a debacle. And I ended up going skating another couple hours, commando, and then went back to the place, showered, changed, and I forgot about that story until that just happened.
I love that you didn't skip a beat. You didn't let that stop you from skating.
No. I was business blading that day. We had shit to get done.
Yeah. Shit got done for sure.
That day was the shit.
And Derek, nothing of that caliber happened to you?
I just came to a realization, but I was with my kids at a skate park in downtown Minneapolis once, and we went there on foot from where we were staying in Minneapolis, and to have three very, very young kids and to try and go to the skate park, and then as soon as I get to the skate park, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
It's a French thing. Like as soon as
it's our nerves.
Yeah, once we get like a little bit of adrenaline, it's like, oh man, I got to take a deuce. And but I was at the skate park, and I went around the block in my skates just looking for a biffy and didn't find one. And then I'm like, I'll be back. You know, and I knew there was like a half a mile away is the emergency room, and man, I made it there, and it was like a millisecond too late.
Oh.
I made it through the lobby, and I'm kicking my skates off in the lobby
As your
going
butthole
into the yeah, it already Bluetooth to the Wi-Fi, and I got in there. It was terrible. Let's just to make a gross story more professional. I went in there with boxers and I came out without boxers, and I will never.
Hey, that's my move.
Never go skating in a pair of khakis like that ever.
Oh,
again.
never in khakis, man. Never in khakis.
Bro, khakis were a bad choice. It's a terrible combo.
Oh my God, that's pretty. Isn't that funny how your body knows that you're getting close to home? So it's like, all right, squeeze, boys.
Yeah, let her fire. Let her.
Oh man. All right, so Derek, you pick the next one. Let me know if you need an updated photo of the list.
No, let's see. Let's say disabled bladers.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Yo, Sopnin. My name's Joe, all the way from Liverpool, UK. Do you know any disabled bladers? To any degree. I myself have fibromyalgia. Yeah, everyone I know who has it doesn't skate. They're in pain all the time. I've had addiction problems and stuff through trying to kill the pain, and skating's been a massive thing to bring me back. I'm just wondering, like, is there other people out there? Because I guess I feel a bit alone, you know? But I still manage to have fun and skate. And that's what it's about, innit? And I'd love to know if there's other people out there. Loving what you're doing. Keep it up. Take it easy.
Hell yeah, Joe. Hey, first of all, you're looking at two disabled bladers right here. Mentally disabled, my brother. Me, physically. No, he does have a broken everything. But I actually had a handicap sticker for 2 full years. And that's from my degenerative disc disease in my back, the surgery that I had to have, coming back from that. I mean, it wasn't like I had to relearn how to walk, but there was a lot of time that I didn't think I'd be able to walk without pain again. And, I think one thing you'll find out is that most of the rollerbladers are disabled in a way.
Yeah.
Whether it's from skating or there's something that could classify them as, but one thing you will find out about rollerbladers is they're very resilient. And I think that once you decide that rollerblading is my therapy, you'll find that when you put them on, that's some of the only times the pains go away, or that you find the motivation to do something outside of being in pain all the time, or dealing with a lot of people are mentally challenged, not challenged, but like going through mental challenges. And I think that's a huge form of disability, because you never know what struggles somebody's going through that you're talking to, skating with, any of that. And I think that a lot of the really amazing, talented people you meet in almost every facet of life have some form of a challenge one way or another. And I think a lot of that has to do with, a lot of that plays into the genius of their rollerblading, because people who use that as an outlet, a lot of times emotionally or physically or otherwise, I think that they become even more creative with their rollerblading because they're very passionate about it. And that is their time to be well, and I think that besides that, I do know a lot of people that have like disabilities. I really do. And, I have a friend who's in a wheelchair, and his name is Dylan. He goes by Dylan No Feet on Instagram. And
oh, shit.
He would. But
sorry,
he is,
hey, can you walk that back like a sentence? You cut out for a second there. Yeah, Dylan No Feet.
My friend Dylan, who's in a wheelchair, I know that he can't rollerblade, but he loves it. And he calls and texts us every day now that we're in Waterloo, Iowa. Hey, what are you doing today? Hey, what are you doing today? Because he wants to go skating, because that is, for him, it's a reminder of what he was doing when he was 17, 18, 19. And, he broke his neck when he was 20, I believe, or 21. And he's never lost the love for the sport. And I think there are quite a bit of people out there that are, rollerblading either through their challenges or with their challenges. And I think that, Joe, you are not alone.
No.
100%. I mean, I live across the street from a disabled blader, technically, Eric Garcia. He actually just moved in across the street from me, and he's been suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, and which left him not able to skate as much as he'd like to, but he found his way back through photography. And so he'll show up to sessions.
His photography is amazing.
Incredible.
And I painted a picture of him and his cat one time. I really love Eric Garcia. Yeah. The French has got love for JSF, for sure.
Yeah. He's a gem of a human being. What's up, Eric? I know you're watching this. He's left messages before. Yep.
Great guy.
Yep. But yeah, he's been really open about it, not afraid to share it. It's like
I didn't know he was going through that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, I'm also not always focused on rollerblading as much as I should, as far as the I guess finding out everybody's stories. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's what he was going through.
Yeah.
And I've seen a ton of his photos, but I thought maybe he was just chilling. I thought maybe he had a really high-paying job and didn't want to risk it or something, or ran out of soul plates because he Royale slid every street in San Fran. But
there's no one like him in the Cess-Slide territory.
He's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And there's I did a $5,000 episode with him where he shares the chunk and like his whole journey with it. So check it out. I'll send you a link sometime. It's really
I will.
good.
Please do.
Yeah. Great. Joe, again, you are an inspiration and you are not alone. There's plenty of people out there like you, and just keep it up, man, as long as you can. And find your way to stay in it when you can, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Find reasons to stay, not reasons to leave.
Right. Absolutely. Who's next?
I think I'm on it. Filmer.
Here we go.
Hey, can you pause that? Thanks. Hey, I wanted to ask who's your favorite filmer, videographer, and why?
Hawk Trackler, because he's not from this planet, and I enjoy every single minute with him. And he has made some projects with me this year, the years before. He made a project for Derek this year. And I mean, the guy is an absolute wonder to this world and a national treasure. He's a best skate coach you could have.
Yeah.
He'll take you out. Well, you'll take him out, and he will tell you what to do to make a good section. And if it weren't for him, I don't think I'd have a pro skate right now, because having him come out and film with me for 5 days on our first trip, I think it was Back Like I Never Left, or I think that's what it was called, Back Like I Never Left. He really juiced me to do a lot of things that I didn't think I could do, and a lot of trick ideas that I never would have thought of organically myself, and just the vibe he creates in the atmosphere. But for whatever that guy's name was that answered that question, that's the answer to that question. He did sound oddly like Hawk, but that
was Hawk.
Love that guy.
Yeah. Awesome. And Derek's got the same answer, I assume.
What was the question? Who's your favorite filmer and why? Hawk Trackler. Okay.
Yeah. Just needed to hear it. All right. Yeah. What's the next one?
What was it? Drip Bros?
Drip Bros. Here we go.
Sure. This is Tina. Here's my question. So, the French brothers kind of dress similar. I'm curious to know, do they have to like coordinate when they skate together? Is one like, oh, I'm always blue, or I'm always red, or do you guys like coordinate that? Thanks.
Well, Tina, my mom coordinated that as we were children, just leaving the hospital. She dressed me in blue and him in red, and that's how she told the difference. And so generally, if you see someone wearing blue, it's me. If you see someone who's always in red, that's always Derek. Sometimes I'll wear red just to throw the scent off the trail.
One time I've worn blue.
One time in his life he wore blue, and that's when he broke his leg. No, I'm just kidding. But we don't coordinate much at all. If anything, we just say we're going to go skate. You got 5 minutes to get ready. The bus is leaving, and then we just take off. So it's always just trying to fit it in before dark and after work or on a weekend, and not much coordination. Just trying to always. Who said it best? Was it Rollinson Rivera that said you can only skate as good as you look? And we took that to heart because we were children watching it, like taking notes, like, okay, dress good.
So
Okay.
now we dress like fucking Power Rangers. When we
Somebody said that about us at the Windy City Riot.
That's
They said,
amazing.
Larry. Somebody in the live chat goes, those two guys look like Power Rangers. And of course, our friend Brad Magnuson hit us up and screenshotted it and thought it was hilarious.
yeah.
So
And
good.
yeah, it's just what we do. I don't know.
Hey, look, when I was getting back into blading 2021 and 2022, I think I saw my first Windy City Riot on YouTube, and you guys far and away stood out, A, because of your skating, but B, because of the outfits, and you're easy to peg out because you're ripping it. It was sick.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
That was a fun year.
That was my first contest.
Yeah, it was
back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't think I competed in like.
I had embarrassed myself at quite a few of them at that point. I think I had gone to like Frankie's and done a bunch of other ones. And, yeah, I think that was the one where I actually felt comfortable again, trying some wild stuff. And I got like some alley fish brain and alley top acid and stuff on that ledge, and I felt really good about skating at that time.
You guys were out for blood. It looked like it was. It was
fun,
you guys
man.
skated
We just
your damn hearts out for sure.
Just wanted to leave a mark and just show people we could still do it and had fun doing it. And we had a freaking blast.
Well, yeah, you can't turn that off. That's that
competition spirit,
and that passion when all your homies are just hucking it,
and you just want to be a part of the vibe.
And you just anybody who's been in a contest knows once you flip that switch, like you're throwing yourself down something you normally wouldn't even try.
Yeah, we're not thinking about 10 minutes from now. We're thinking about like 10 feet from now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Right.
I call that the juice train, right? Once one homie does something sick, then everyone starts to do like sicker tricks.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Like it's a feeling you can't explain that to like a
You
normie,
really can't,
right?
yeah.
It's totally a blader thing, right?
When it's over and we can't do it any longer, that's what I'll miss the most is the rush of the session getting wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. Oh, great one, Tina. Fellow Angled Souls blader.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to add too, because we're talking about the spirit of competition, we have a contest coming up on
September 26th.
to honor one of our friends who had passed away, Ben Weiss, and who was the ultimate showman for contests.
Oh.
And to honor his memory, we're going to have a contest thrown by a lot of these great Minnesota guys, Chase Linsmeyer, Butch Lehman, Shane McClay. A lot of people are going to be coming out to this. A lot of people from the Midwest will be there. And I think if anybody wants to just have a good time, that's going to be another style contest like the Windy City Riot, a street contest focused on just a juiced up session. And I think it's going to be a really good time.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Yeah, what a better way to honor bladers than to blade, right?
He would definitely approve of it.
That's sick. Right on. All right, let's move on. Who's next?
Day one.
Day one.
We already picked that up.
Did we do that one?
Nope.
No, we did, you boy. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Sure. Hey, it's Uncle Jeff from Juice. Just want to thank the French brothers for stopping by from the first day we had a booth at Blading Cup back, I think about a couple of years back. Thanks for the support, guys. You guys are great. Keep up the good work. And you guys are big inspirations to us all. All right. Late.
What was the question?
No question. He just wanted to show some love and express gratitude. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's the
Love it.
homie Uncle Jeff, owner of Juiced Clothing.
I bought that shirt. Now I know what he's talking about.
There you
Yes.
go.
I still have that shirt.
Yeah.
You bought it. I stole it.
I buy one every time I see one.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that was
love
like that is the Blader's favorite brand they don't know exists. You know what I mean? Like I think the two of you guys have used the word juiced at least twice each in this whole conversation.
Probably a lot more than that.
Right. But like it is something that encompasses what we do, right? Like juiced
Absolutely.
is when you land a trick and juice is when your homie lands a trick and you're equally as excited.
How can we get in touch with him and get a bunch of those shirts? Because I would love to wear different color shirts every time I skate.
Oh, he's got
and I want to hit him up to get 5 or 10 of them.
He presses them himself. Yeah. Feeling juiced. Yeah. I'll share a link.
All right.
Yeah.
Please do.
Look, I'm the world's worst businessman because I love glazing my homies that have their own companies out and all that kind of stuff. But like, I appreciate that brand, and I've got something in store that I'm working to help him kind of lift it up and get more attention that he needs.
All right,
and stuff.
good.
So
I look
think
forward
you guys
to
will be
it.
excited.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you, Uncle Jeff. Rollerblading's uncle.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. Next.
Next, Derek.
Oh shit.
Jesus. Dial up over here.
I
think I found the problem with the internet. It's my brother's brain. All right, here we go.
He's just doom scrolling while we're talking.
Mayer. L. Mayer.
Mayer. All right, you got it.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, Walter Reese. I don't have a question, guys. When you guys skate, wow, you guys are amazing. Congratulations for both pro skates, and fuck, man, you're a really nice people. I can't wait to see you guys again, man. Whenever you guys feel free, come to the Bay and let's make a sesh. And yep, that's what's up, homies. Take care, man. Have fun with the anti-rocker, guys.
First and foremost, Walter Ruiz is one of my favorite people on this planet.
Yeah.
Because when I was talking about how we went to film that Back Like I Never Left with Hawk, it started off just saying, Hawk, can I fly you out? And we'll go drive around California and get some clips. He was like, he didn't even know me. And he was like, I mean, it sounds fun. And I was like, yeah, I'll take care of everything. And he's like, count me in. So we went up to NorCal on a 5-hour drive, met up with Walter Ruiz, and he took us to a spot, and the guy had 5 different tools over his shoulders with a bag of like other stuff, and he bricked, rubbed, waxed, swept, mopped, all this stuff, and made every ledge we skated icy. And not only that, his positive attitude made me extremely grateful, and I will always look at Walter like a really good friend. And I will make a trip up to go see him soon. I might do it next week because I'm flying out to Cali. I might ask my girlfriend, hey, you want to go see the north side of California? And well, I mean, he's not all the way up top, but you know, make a trip out there to go skate with him. And what a great guy. And he's extremely grateful in life. And he's just one of those people that you don't meet a lot like him. And so when you do meet him, you embrace those people. And he's got a special place in my heart.
He's a great.
We call him Uncle Walter.
Great human being. I call him the mayor of Bay Area blading because
that makes sense. That makes sense.
You guys hadn't met, and he treated you like a brother. You know what I mean? And he's like that with everyone.
Us like royalty.
Yeah.
We still haven't met.
He treats him like a brother.
Yeah, Derek has never met him, but me and Hawk did, and we both love Walter.
Yeah, every session he's got a leaf blower, a broom, he's got a rub brick, a credit card. He'll use his own credit card to scrape off old wax and like lacquer all that shit, man. Like he's great.
Dude, for the session too.
Yeah.
Just whatever it takes to make the session juice.
Yep.
You know?
Talk about like after the opposite of gatekeeping, right? He'll share everything, you know.
Exact opposite. He'll share his spots, he'll share his time, he'll share his efforts.
Right.
That was amazing.
And congrats to Walter because he kicked cancer's ass recently.
Oh, really?
Colon cancer, yeah.
So I know he was going through it, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is the miracle of living in gratitude. And I think he embodies what someone needs to have and that personality and attitude to achieve miracles.
That's the best news I've heard.
That is the best news I have ever heard. And Walter, congratulations. We love you. And hopefully I'll see you next week.
Congratulations.
Positive, wonderful human being that deserves everything.
Absolutely. I'm going to hit him up.
Yeah. Please do. All right. Who's next?
My turn.
Hold dial up over here. D for dial up.
All right. Solo blading.
Here we go.
Shirt. Hi, Mike and Derek. Ashley from Ankeny, Iowa. I started skating about 2 years ago, and I'm wondering if you have any tips, any tricks for somebody who's really new to skating, does a lot of skating on their own. P.S. Love seeing you skate Cedar Falls, Waterloo, and Edale. Goodbye.
Are you guys familiar with those locations I've never heard of?
Yeah, that's where we're stuck at. I mean, I wouldn't say we're stuck here. I'm living in gratitude. I have been here for 4.5 months, 4 months, and I absolutely love it. The work part of it is very stressful. They pay a lot less here for insurance, and you have to work really hard. But I'll be honest with you, The skating here has made it way worth it. The skaters here, Jordan Sankey, Luke, Nerd, Dylan, all these guys have made it an amazing time to be here. If we didn't get injured all the time, we'd be skating nonstop with those guys. But something about the thick Iowa humidity probably makes us get injured a little more than not. I don't know what it is. It's just not normal to have this many injuries in 4 months. But we have been skating our little hearts out here. But her question was, what's some advice you may have for somebody skating alone?
Yeah.
Skate solo.
Yep.
A life alert. Get a life alert, put it around your neck. That way, if you fall, you can hit that sucker. I've fallen and I can't get up, because if there's something you don't want to do, that's film your own death when you can't reach your camera to call 911. And I've come pretty close a couple of times, especially skating in California by myself. So I no longer do it.
That's something you thought about.
Yeah, I thought very hard of it when I was laying at the bottom of the handrails with my ribs poking into my lungs, and I was just sitting there thinking, I can't even make it to my phone.
Oh my
and then,
God.
and then it was just crazy. But for real, I would like to give her some advice, and that's work on what you can while you can. You might keep within your comfort zone when you are by yourself. Wait to have some friends around before you try anything out of that comfort zone really wild, because that's when you're going to experience the falls that you're not used to, or the 1 in a million falls where you might hit something very vital. And I think that being alone can be very challenging to do that. And I skated for alone quite a bit last year and the year before. And I think that my hat's off to her for skating by herself, but there's no reason to do that, because that's just a good reason to get somebody else into skating nearby, or find friends that do skate. Or if you're in Ankeny, come over to Waterloo and skate with this big group of skaters, or come over to Cedar Falls and skate, or join some of these Facebook groups and find some friends in your area to skate with. But that's not what skating is meant for. Being by yourself is not meant for skating. Skating is meant to be enjoyed with several of your friends.
Love that.
It just makes the experience that much better. But if you have to skate by yourself, you have to skate. I get it. I just think that skating by yourself can be more dangerous and less fun.
Wow, that's fun. My advice would be find some friends to skate with.
Yeah, drive that hour over here to Waterloo. Skate with us.
Yeah. My my advice, because I live in kind of like a black hole of bladers, right? So I live in Alameda, which is just outside of Oakland. And a lot of bladers are either in San Francisco or in San Jose, which is like 45 minutes in either direction,
Okay.
And so I do find myself, if I really feel like skating, I find myself sometimes, more often than not, solo blading. So I will say, to your point, now that I'm older, I'm an uncle, I have something to live for.
Sure.
I'm more conservative when I'm by myself, and I drill the basics, right? I'll go Sol, Royale, back farf, Sol, Royale, back farf.
Absolutely.
And then I'll just go for fitness, like just pump the ramps, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you can find a blader buddy, or even someone to just kind of hang at the session with you, that's always really nice too.
I did that too. I would just have a coworker come along when I was stuck working far away.
Just a spotter.
Yeah, and I'm glad I did, because I almost died, and I'm just glad I brought a friend with me.
Yeah.
And that was after another fall that I took, and I just decided to start having people around. And even if it's you wait for a stranger to walk by to do your trick, just so somebody's there in case,
Yeah, that'll always give you that extra
motivation.
Amazing.
Having an audience.
Yeah, thanks for the call. Next
thank you.
Next message. That was a good one.
All right.
Let's see. Me and my cat.
Me and my cat. All right, here we go.
Shirt. USG. Alameda, California. You know the deal. So, really straightforward. The French brothers have been in the game for as long as you've been drinking Similac. Okay? If you don't know what that means, you should. Because you were probably babies when these dudes were killing it left and right in the 90s, in the 2000s, and all the way until today. Anyways, I'm not really calling for a question. I'm not calling to really find out anything. I know about them. All I want to say is they are the epitome of a true motherfucking blader, because they get out there and they get after it. And that's what blading's all about. I mean, it's about fun, but it's also about getting after it. And oh yeah, I still got my painting with me and my cat. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Have a good podcast. Peace.
Eric Garcia, baby, JSF. Hell yeah. That's amazing.
I almost screamed it out.
The best podcast I've ever done.
Oh,
bro.
amazing. I'm honored, man. Like earlier you mentioned that cat painting and I almost screamed it out. I was like, oh, I want him to discover this one.
Good on you for holding that in. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Eric Garcia, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate you and respect you.
Always have, always will.
Yeah. Had you guys sessioned with him before in the past or competed with him?
I have to have. I mean, there's so many ASAs, so many different contests. I didn't do a lot of NorCal, and that's why I'm kind of this year. I'd like to do a little bit more of that, and I'd love to get a photo with him. I mean, actually go out and get a photo with him, and yeah, man, nothing but respect. We would always watch him in every VG, just destroying it. And I mean, he's been around since being around was even able to be done. I mean, that guy, I can't think of a video he's not in. And
Right.
I can't think of an era before him being in it. You know what I mean? Like he was really in the stuff from the beginning that we can remember besides like Hoax 2. Shit, he might even be in that. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned before in the video I did with him that I see the Mount Rushmore of influential bladers, and he's on there for sure.
Absolutely.
That contributed so much to the culture of blading, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the finding other people and getting them on film and putting that out there. I mean, he was always the guy that was, you know, sending in the Battle My Crew from NorCal or out filming more stuff on a project. You could see him in the background of Vinny's stuff every once in a while. Like he was always around, and, you know, he'd be in the back of Robert Guerrero's clips or, you know, and I mean, talk about a face you will recognize for the rest of your life. That's why when I saw him with that cat and he was posing in that picture, I said, I'm painting that. And to be honest with you, that's when I first found like a little bit of a glimpse of interest in painting. And that was one of the first pictures I saw I wanted to paint.
Oh, wow.
And I went that's right before I got completely sober. And when I went in to rework my life and go back to the drawing board, when I came back out, I've always wanted to repaint that because I know I could have done a better job.
Oh, dude.
And I would do that in a heartbeat for him because
I think he would love
that.
He cherishes that painting now. Like he sent it to me. He's like, look what they did. Look what he did. Right. And I thought it looked incredible. But yeah, I think he would love like an update. This would be a different Mike French painting it. Right. So
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A whole different Mike French.
Very cool. It. Yeah. Yeah. Legend. Eric.
Heck yeah.
S. Garcia. I don't know what the S is. Skating? Eric Skating Garcia? Who knows? All right, the next one.
How about landing tricks?
Did we already do that one?
Did we? Was that that might have been? No.
Is it the one where I shit my pants? Landing tricks?
No, this is a different one. This is a different one. We earlier was
the asking about battling. The tricks that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a different one.
And we already did that one. Let's do.
No, we haven't done this. We haven't done this landing tricks.
So okay. Let's do this landing tricks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Sure. This is Kel. What's up? Just wanted to say I've been watching the French Brothers landing stuff and thinking about landing tricks. I just wanted to know more about the way they think about landing tricks because there's a lot of good, like, maybe theory involved in it. I'm not really sure. I want to know more. All right. Peace.
Hell yeah. I got a lot to say about this one. I'll let Derek say his stuff first because mine's going to be more long-winded. Shocker.
If I can see myself do it in my head, I feel it's possible, but that hasn't always rang true. I feel like my whole first half of my career, all of my hammers weren't landed. I mean, the biggest things I tried were my biggest video clips were eating shit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't land shit for a long time.
Wow. When did you finally get tired of that?
You know, when I started becoming a winner.
And when does that happen in the future? Are you from the future?
Mike has a predatorial self-esteem. It works for him. It keeps him alive.
It's good.
I keep him on his toes, man. I keep him honest.
He's real sensitive.
Keep him humble.
That's what he hides behind. But just take a moment for Mike.
I love it.
Yeah, but I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about now.
Well, it was landing
Landing trick
tricks, and you were
philosophy.
bullshitting about how you ever land any. So.
Working out was the best thing that ever happened for me. Like, just even squats or like backwards lunges, stuff like that with a little weight in your hands, it makes all the difference in the world. And that made all the difference for me for landing tricks. And I mean, repetition, practice makes perfect, and it like that is what separates the boys from the men, or the pros from the AMs, is the ones who want to take the time to perfect it. And if it doesn't feel right, you don't want to just go with it and just load it onto the internet. You know, you don't want to upload just whatever. Like, try and perfect it and make it better, even if you got it perfect on the last one. Not saying if you already landed it perfect. If you got the right angle, get a second angle of it or do it better. And the only way I found that out was by my friend. And
Oh shit! There it is. There
So
they
sorry,
are,
bro.
my sweet boys. Sorry we cut you off, Derek. Shit.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
All right.
Yeah, no, just working out definitely helped with being able to land shit. I mean, really, I never took care of my body in my youth. Like, I never stretched. I never worked out. It just, we saw our idols smoking cigs and lacing hammers,
Drinking beers at the skate
Yeah.
park and getting effed up all the time. And I mean, we didn't have much to work with as far as like real great role models, but we were blessed with some really great guys like Jorge and Carlos
Yeah.
and Matt Bandolo and Mike Gobley.
Yeah.
There were a lot of guys that, like, in our very like the infancy of our rollerblading career, or when we just started, that were really positive role models. But we didn't gravitate towards them 100%. We did, but they weren't always available because they were living a healthy life. There were a lot of people that were kind of more bad influences that were always available, and we were around them a lot more, and we took on some of those bad habits. But at the same time, I want to say this is that landing tricks, it's no real science to it. It's practice makes perfect. Amateurs try a trick or do a trick 100 times till they land it, and pros do a trick until they don't miss. And I think that you have to work your way through all of that to get to where you can actually land tricks all the time, because let's be honest, you got to fall in love with the journey. Part of it is first learning how to fall. And then once you learn how to fall, those falls don't hurt as bad. I mean, they still will get a couple of good bell ringers, but I think falling is a great healthy way, and it's a great healthy part of skating. When you finally make that decision, I want to start landing stuff, that's a first step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because you are realizing that there are tricks that you really want. You want that feeling of stomping a trick, or you want that feeling of like, I'm landing more tricks than I'm falling, or at least I'm not getting hurt anymore. And I think the best advice I can give to that, picture it in your head, do the stretching that will allow you to get into those positions and be strong while you're in them. And I think that'll help you have a more strength-filled poise while you're skating. That'll help your style. That'll help your trick landing percentages go up. And I think that being, first of all, saying in your head, I want to land the tricks, is a step in the right direction.
Right. It's all mental.
It is.
90% mental.
I mean, you guys say that, but me as a guy that's still on soul grinds at knee height ledges and stuff like that, like, how do you look at like this fucking banger rail or this high ledge that's like gnarly on the other side and go, I could do that and most likely not eat shit or kill
Right
myself?
after I take this shit.
So you allow yourself to eat shit?
I think it's more just getting that doozy out of the way. And I mean, when you're on a stunt, it's way more different. It's way different. Like you'll picture the falls and how to avoid them and what you should do. Which should I stay stair side? Should I, lift my feet up so they don't catch? There's all these things you have to run through. But in order to get to that point, you have to fall on the knee-high ledges a million times. You have to
pick that freak accident.
You have to deal with, you have to get over the fear of it, because it's more of being delusional than anything. And I'm not even one of the guys, me and Derek aren't even the guys that we think anybody should look up to as far as that goes, because if you've watched any of our reels, you see that we don't land a high majority of tricks. We fall more than we land shit. And I think that your Montre Livingstons, your Julian Cadeaux, these people are putting their life on the line on real dope tricks. And when you think about that, you still see them fall a fuck ton. And those guys are getting hurt. I watched Montre at the last blading cup, that the one that got rained out. So 2 blading cups ago, that dude did a disaster true topsoil on their launch to handrail box.
Damn.
That I did like a kick to Royale. I did a disaster X grind. I did all these disasters on it. But one thing I wasn't going to try was a disaster alley-oop trick, because that's gangster as hell. And Montre Livingston's warm-up trick was a disaster true topsoil. And he stuck so bad. And I heard nothing but hollow insides hitting the ground hard as hell. And that dude popped up like, that hurt. And I thought to myself, that is a whole different type of dedication that I am ready to commit to. And I love that dude's skating, and he will forever be one of the best to me. But there are different levels to this. And we are at what I consider.
Speak for yourself, Mike.
Okay.
I'm out here, bro.
I am way bigger than Derek's level. And but when it comes down to it, there are levels to it. And I think that him deciding he wants to graduate from the level he's at, he's on the right path, and he'll get there. And it's just a journey. And don't be upset with where you're at right now. Just embrace it. Get better, get to where you want to be, and just continue to love the sport. And smiling will get you through all of it.
And just take steps to get towards that goal. You know, like if it seems fucking impossible, take one step at a time. What
do you mean by that? Explain what you mean.
Well, okay, so when I got back into it, I'd never done a true Christ fish, a truce of fish, you know?
Truce of fish.
But so I started trying true fish brains, and I was like, well, it throws off all of my weight when I try to grab it, because it's switch fish brain, but it's a natural true spin. So the grinds tend to come easier than the unnatural spin, you know? So I do the natural true spin, and most of the tricks that I true spin to are switch, you know, like the true topsoil. Yeah. So taking the steps to get to the true Christ fish was like getting that front foot to step on the other boot and being fully committed, turning completely blind and taking that to the ground every time you miss, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but then you get to a point where you can hit that every time. Like I was trying it when I was filming with Hawk in at that school in California with the multicolored ledges. I did the True Christ fish on that, and I'd never done it on a ledge before that.
Wow.
But like once you lock,
that was really good.
It's that build up to it,
fish.
you know, and it's just, it could take you 100 tries, but that one fucking try is worth every failed attempt. That feeling you get when you pop off the end of a ledge and it feels like it's slow motion when you land, like those were worked for, you know, landings like that, you work for those landings. Those don't just come natural to everybody. And if they do, they don't come natural to the French brothers.
Not for real. We were not born with this.
We fight for every bit of
not
style.
one of our tricks has been like given to us.
We weren't born with style.
I've got a scab on every elbow, my knees. Like we always have to work for our tricks because we weren't naturally gifted. We were terrible at this when we started.
Yeah.
And if we could show a highlight reel of that, you guys would laugh your ass off and be like, well, I guess anything's possible if they got good at it.
Yeah,
because
for real.
we go out and just come back, and my mom would be like, you guys are going to end up in like, well, I'm going to have to, what did she say? I'm going to have to feed you guys through straws and give you guys sponge baths if you guys keep at this. And we're like, thanks for the motivation and inspiration, Mom. Yeah.
Right.
But my mom was just coming from a place of like love and trying to tell us like, you know, this sport is going to take a lot from you, and it has, but it also has given us more than it could ever take from us.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, to be able to share this with my kids. And
oh my God, what an amazing!
Like I don't even factor that in when I'm bringing my kids. That there was other kids that are like, oh, your dad's Derek. He's like, yeah, no, my son's got an ego and he hasn't even earned it.
Amazing. Yeah, he says he's better than him, and it's like, just pump the brakes, kid.
Yeah. He's a real French.
Yeah,
well, he's not a real French until he shits himself. That's for sure.
Oh, he has. Oh, he's a real French.
There you go.
I can't believe Derek only knows of one of them.
Nice. All right, let's take it home. Last
What
two.
else we got?
You just tell us the last two. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's go. Would you rather?
Okay.
How about that? Yeah. All right.
I love these ones. Yeah.
All right.
Shirt, Liliana, Washington. Would you rather have a park overrun with little kids not on wheels, or show up to an amazing park and it be completely dead?
She's completely dead?
Yeah, like, would you rather show up to a park with a bunch of kids running around, or show up to the perfect park and you have zero energy?
Oh, zero energy.
Yeah.
That's never happened. I see a park and it's empty and I'm ready to roll. I don't care what I feel like.
Gas, no brakes.
Yeah, dude, taking over something takes over your body and you just start somewhere and start chipping away.
But in the event that she's saying show up to a park and it be completely empty, that would be ideal.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's film day. You're business blading then. Let's get them clips.
Yeah.
But also, where people see a lot of kids running around and not on blades and all that kind of stuff, I see opportunity. I think that's a great opportunity for you to show skating. Little kids love skating. They love flips. I mean, they'll always scream out, "Do a flip!" And if you get over that first sign that your ego says, like, shut up. You know what I mean? If you get over that and you just think, these kids just want to see something cool.
Right.
Then you do something for them. They love it and they scream loud. And then they go back and you planted the seed for that kid, because now at least if he doesn't already want to go get a pair of skates, at least getting a pair of skates is another option in that arsenal of extreme sports that they might decide to choose. And after seeing you skate, they might decide that that's the sport they want to try because you made it look cool. So there's a lot of opportunity in both scenarios. But great question. I'm not sure we understood it correctly. Hopefully we answered it properly. Hopefully one of us said something correctly and also that resonates with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's like you said, there's a lot of opportunity there when you have kids, especially when you're at the parks that are in these inner city areas. You know, it gives you the opportunity to show them the same thing that you saw that got you excited about the sport in the first place. So if you're not taking that opportunity and using it, and you're more like, oh my God, look at all these children. Like, what?
That's ego. That's ego.
Yeah.
Like, how dare them show up? How dare their parents drop them off? Man, that was us when we were 6 or
12
7
hours a day, man. If we had it, if we were lucky, our parents would let us roll with our friends, and we'd go to Minneapolis downtown
at 9 a.m.
Yeah, to 9 p.m.
to get dropped off when it was called Murderapolis back in the day on Lake Street. We would get dropped off there. We wouldn't tell my mom that we were going chaperone free, but we'd say we're going skating to the skate park. They would drop us off at the skate park. We would skate around downtown all day long, then go to the skate park for 3 or 4 hours till our mom came back and picked us up at 9 p.m. So 12 hours of skating. I mean, that's
nefarious shit.
Yeah, we got into all sorts of trouble, did all sorts of fun stuff and memories that cannot be replaced with anything better.
Right. Oh, man. You know, like, you turned me around on it, because 100%, I'm like, you fucking kid, get the hell out of here.
Me, us too.
Especially if you've ever eaten shit.
Yeah.
We were on our way to the Oklahoma City Showdown, right? And there wasn't any rollerbladers.
There were no rollerbladers.
But we stopped there with a box.
It was called Professional Skate Park. And so we were like, we're stopping there.
Yeah.
Because we're pros. Because we're pros. We're trying to go pro. This is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We stopped there, and when we got there, our reaction was, we're going to go in here and we're going to film a reel at a park we've never been to, in a town we probably won't go through again. We found this park and it was dope, and we pushed each other and got a lot of clips. The kids started noticing. We brought all these boxes of t-shirts to give out to the kids at the contest. And what was crazy is we gave out 15 of them right there, because those kids were loving the skating. They were like, do you guys have any skates? Can I just try yours? And I bet you a lot of those kids still have those shirts, but I bet you they'll have those memories of the time the rollerblading guys stopped by, gave them a free shirt, showed them what rollerblading was.
The picture alone.
Yeah, the picture alone. If you ever go to my
all the little
Instagram,
kids are like this.
yeah, they're doing their little whatever, and then they
Their
all
little
turned
poses.
around and they had the French shirts on.
Oh,
That was a really cool experience on the way to the Oklahoma Showdown, and that I will remember forever.
Yeah.
And that's another reason that we're super grateful to be in this industry where we're at right now, because we are showcasing rollerblading wherever we go to. I mean, I tell my customers about rollerblading. We show their kids might be there and they'll be like, nice watch. And I'm like, you want to see something cool? Rollerblading clip. Cool. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that's what we do. And they're like, the parents look at us like, can we get back to this roofing thing? And it's like, in a second, dude. You know, I think that that's important that every rollerblader does that for the longevity of the sport, because this is a amazing option. First of all, because when we were growing up at rollerblading, we wanted to be pro rollerbladers so bad that I said, I'm never going to do drugs. I constantly was in shape because we were always skating. And those two things, fighting obesity and keeping kids off of drugs and giving them something to do, is paramount.
Absolutely.
And yeah, they could do it with skateboarding. Yeah, they could do it with scooters. Yeah, they could do it with bikes. But why not rollerblades? Most of the time, rollerbladers are assholes to the kids. And that's what we're trying to change, because for the first 36 years of my life, I was an asshole to the kids when I went to the skate park. And then I realized there is no future in rollerblading if people do that. And I think that was a huge pillar in my life.
And that's what got us, what got rollerblading kicked out of the X Games in the first place.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to talk about Tony Hawk and all this other shit. I remember rollerbladers standing on top of the vert ramp, throwing fucking pillows at the cameramen.
And trash cans. They were throwing trash cans in the half.
How would we get welcomed back after that when, you know, that was kind of...
Well, we stole golf carts at the circus and fucking drove them around. So it's not like we were any better.
Yeah.
But we were honestly just doing what we saw the older guys doing, like be nefarious, be mischievous, do all these things, rebel.
Extreme.
We were punk, but at the same time, it's like the most punk thing you can do is decide to make good decisions. And I know that sounds weird, but being a good person is gangster as hell. And it's hard to do in a world full of evil and, you know, just a bizarro world we live in. And you really can't choose to be anything. And I think that choosing to be kind and choosing to do the right thing is the harder way to go. I think there's nothing more gangster than that.
Yeah,
you know?
it's harder and less common, especially these days, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, thinking about, as much as I talk about we need the future of rollerblading and we need younger people, like I need to kind of embrace that and maybe cuss under my breath and not to the kids directly. But
oh yeah, you get in the car, you punch the steering wheel, you do whatever you have to, especially if one of them, okay, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I'm going to be completely transparent. There is nothing in this world that I hate more. It's one of my biggest pet peeves is when parents bring their kids to the skate park and they allow them to, they're toddlers, you know? They allow them to run around the skate park and you might launch off of something, turn around a 360 right into a little kid because you didn't see him on the other side of the ramp. That is so dangerous. Somebody, you could kill a kid. So what I like to do now, instead of getting all upset about it or getting really pissed off and being like, get him off the ramp. Instead, what I do is I go over and I talk to the parents. And I'm like, look, I love to bring my kids to the skate park. I do it all the time. And one of the most important things is just trying to make sure that wherever they're at, they're at least aware that people are coming in fast. People are older than them. They're heavier than them and they're moving way faster. Have them keep their eyes open, because sometimes we're doing some tricks that we might not be able to see them or going over obstacles that might hide them. So if you can, just keep an eye on them and make sure they're not running, darting out, or sitting on their skateboard, going in a little ramp where somebody might be airing into it. Just make sure their parents are aware, because sometimes their parents don't know anything about it. And that you can bet your ass the kids don't. They're just having fun. So it's time. And I think it's really good to acknowledge that stuff and be mindful of it, rather than, because not only that, getting into a bad mood while you're skating is just a surefire way to get your ass kicked by whatever you're skating. So trying to just solve that issue before it becomes a problem is really big.
Yeah. And kids have zero situational awareness.
Exactly, dude. That's a great phrase, situational awareness, because they're like, this is so much fun. And the next thing you know, you're flying over them, trying not to break their neck.
Yeah,
you know?
there was just a video of somebody who was Roy Allen over a rail and jumped over that kid. With it
Oh,
between
right.
the kids.
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Who was that?
Was it that at the not the Colorado?
I think it was his name starts with an F. He's from Mexico. Fuck.
I
I
don't know
can't
if I've
remember his
seen
name.
it.
Yeah,
Super cool dude.
Where's the factions?
Yeah. Fraze Gomez, is that it? Fraze
I
Gomez,
don't
something
know.
like that.
Yeah.
Fries.
I gotta see that clip. But he like
Damn, I gotta
bunny hops
apologize
over
to
a
him
kid.
first. Yeah, he's doing something, and then the kid jumps in the way, and I think he like threes over him and moves his leg or something. You know, I hate not coming here prepared with the clip. I feel terrible because we're probably both misremembering it. It's probably not even that guy. That's kind of this kind of shit. Where
Car accident.
he was in a car accident. I trust his opinion sometimes, and it gets me into a weird look.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
I'll throw it up if I can
Skate-
find it and it matches.
Yeah, fucking Dumb and Dumber over here.
Hashtag skating on the spectrum.
Hashtag hope you find it.
Yeah, you got it. All right, we got one more. The name is Pasta. Ready?
Yeah.
Austin.
My name is Austin Paz. I am from Staten Island, New York, and I have a question I have two questions for Michael and Derek French. First question is, what is your favorite shaped pasta? And my second question is, what is your favorite post-skate session meal to eat? Fuck, I'm hungry.
I think I can answer that pretty easily. Any pasta without cheese, because I'm lactose intolerant, as long as it's got meat sauce, I don't care the shape of it, dude. I'm inhaling it.
Bow tie, because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
Sophisticated. Yes, it's very good.
Yeah.
I like the one that
So
looks
good.
like tiny lasagna noodles. They're like, they've got the ripples on the side because they hold on to the sauce really well.
Yeah, that's dope.
Oh, that's
I just like the ones that hold on to the meat, or any ravioli with meat inside, just no cheese. Look, I'll shit my pants skating for ice cream, but I will not do it for any type of lasagna or cheese because that's just not worth it.
But after
skating meals,
I would
rotisserie chicken, dude, eat the whole thing.
No shit.
yeah, or
A lot of protein.
any anti-inflammatories, pineapple,
NSAIDs,
curcumin,
turmeric.
turmeric, love
yeah.
that.
No, but if
Ginger,
turmeric
ginger
milkshake. No, but if you were to basically, like, if you were to add up all the meals we have had after skating, the one that I think wins every time is carne asada burrito.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We have always gone after giant carne asada burritos after we skate. The protein is fire.
Yeah.
The amount of food and the mix in it is good.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you get it with beans and rice or you just get it like us with extra meat, guacamole, and sour cream,
It'll keep you alive.
fire.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. I
So
mean,
good.
that is ideal for me, but unfortunately, I think 3 of the main skate spots that I go to on the way home is a Taco Bell. And I can't not hit up some taco. Maybe not these days with the diarrhea lettuce, but
Yeah.
But
you just gotta go with the cinnamon twist. They don't have any lettuce.
yeah, I will fuck up a cheesy gordita crunch and a bean burrito all day.
Dude,
Oh.
can I tell you a little fun story real quick?
Yeah, please.
So about 3 years ago, I stopped after a skate park session at Third Layer. They had a Taco Bell right next door, so I stopped there to get Taco Bell. I ordered a steak burrito supreme because it was one of the only things I could remember off their menu. I don't really ever eat fast food, and when I do, it's an emergency. And I hadn't eaten all day. I had worked that day, and then I went skating afterwards. And this was a night session, so it's got to be 8, 9 o'clock at night. And I stop at that Taco Bell, get a steak burrito supreme. I'm eating it, and I bite into it in my truck. Now I'm right in front of the store, lights beaming into the store, eating this burrito because I eat really fast. Well, I took a bite out of this thing and I instantly felt 3 of my teeth chip and could taste and feel the little pieces of teeth in my mouth. So I spit it out. And what it was, they have these little Frito chips as flavoring in some of their things they offer.
Yeah.
Well, that's made by a company called Sugar Foods or something like that, right? And that little piece looked like it looked like about the size of a pinky. And it looked like it was made out of petrified wood that had turned into stone. And you could tell that they like shaved pieces of that stuff off in really thin slices. But this was petrified. It was more like a rock. And when I bit into it, it chipped my teeth. And I marched my happy ass right back into that Taco Bell. And I said, and I videotaped too, what is this? Click, 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 click. What is this? What secret ingredient is this? And this poor 17-year-old kid behind the counter, he's just like, I don't know. And I was like, well, it was in my burrito, and this mystery object chipped 3 of my teeth. How do we deal with this from here?
Yeah.
And then they started talking to me about the procedure they go through, fill out a form, they put that little thing in a bag and they hold on to it. And I was super skeptical about giving them the thing that they were going to hold on to, but I guess that's their process. What I should have done is filed the claim with them. I should have let them know so they were aware. I should have held on to that myself for independent testing because who knows what that was. And my lawsuit could have been a lot bigger. And normally I wouldn't sue, but I had a dental bill and I had to pay for it. And I mean, I was going to have a dental bill. I was planning on going to the dentist. And I decided that I was going to go to the dentist, get an estimate on my teeth. I carried it out myself because I deal with insurance for a living. I kind of know their playbook and I knew what they were going to do and what I should do in order to be able to retain some sort of compensation for it. And I can't stand lawyers, most of them. So I decided I was going to go on this on my own, ended up getting awarded $5,000 for it and decided to use it on a skate trip anyways.
Hey.
So I never got those teeth fixed. You can't really tell. I can, but we know in the future I might have to go back and fix this canine because it's like a picture of a tooth instead of a tooth. But at the bottom, it's got a nice little chip in it. But yeah, that I would stay away from Taco Bell. At least eat it really slowly if you're going to eat it.
Who's living Moss now? You got the $5,000.
Yeah. I ran for the border with that money, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Well, dude, guys, this is it. That was how was your first Inline Hotline podcast experience?
That was one hell of a time, man.
Awesome.
Usually with podcasts, I'm like, damn, time did not fly by, or it was that shit went by like that, and we had a great time doing it. Brian, you're a master of your craft.
Hey.
You're excellent with your questions. You're excellent with your platform, and we love the artwork you're doing. We love the edits you make. We love that you invited us to be a part of that shirt you made,
pleasure.
and anything you have in the future
Wearing it
you would
right
like
now.
to do, yes, sir. Anything you would like to do in the future, you can consider us down.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Awesome. Before we sign off, why don't you tell the audience anything you guys are looking forward to, what you're excited about, anything you want to promote?
We'd like to promote the Ben Weiss competition, the One More Try contest, coming up on
September 26th
here in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
It's not on the 23rd.
Yeah, I think that's your brain damage talking because I'm pretty sure it was on the 5th, and then they switched it to the
26th.
And my brother's over here going, it's the 23rd. Now, I might find out it's the 23rd and feel pretty stupid after this, but I'm pretty sure it's the
26th.
And I'd gladly send you a link so maybe you can flash it. But we definitely like to get as many people there, even if they don't skate, just to come out and add to the vibe. That's one thing Ben Weiss was big about. I know he was one of the main reasons there was this giant beer section at the contest I won called Eye for an Eye back in the day. You know, he was a real big advocate to inviting people out to skating that weren't in skating because he wanted to share it with the world. And I think that this will be a great opportunity to honor his memory. And I think anybody that comes out, I will be definitely in a state of gratitude for them showing up. And I think that we're going to do this for many more years to come. And this is also what I'm looking forward to, is being a part of these types of things. The less and less that I can go and compete, I want to become more and more a part of the behind the scenes so that other people can go out and enjoy them. And then I do believe that we are going to do the contest in October for the Oklahoma City Showdown replacement for the year. And it's just a 1-year thing, I believe, just to bring something out to the kids. And I do believe they're still going to have men and ladies contest, but don't quote me on that. The specifics will be out very soon. That's a carne asada burrito trying to come up that we had before this.
Man,
but
now I got to get one.
Dude, they're so good. Dude, only meat, double the meat, and then put guacamole and sour cream. Super fire.
Hell yeah.
But I do think that we are excited about where rollerblading is going because people are getting to have louder and louder voices that have been doing this for a long time. I think us old guys are finally starting to get our legs underneath us with learning technology and being able to put out different things. I mean, if you're a rollerblader and you have an opinion, record it and put it out. I think what we need to do is end the days of one person or 5 people having their opinions on rollerblading and giving them out. I would love to see more people just recording themselves, talking about what they love about rollerblading, talking about what they want to see in rollerblading. And I've loved I've loved the constructive criticism about, say, my pro skate with lava. All that feedback that we've gotten has been amazing, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. Positive feedback is great, but the feedback period where people are letting you know what you can do better is something that I know Eric from Lava is listening to. And I know that he's already started implementing some of the things that people have talked about.
Wow.
And that's something that he has done from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And that's something we're excited to do. And we're excited to start maybe working on a couple other projects to make some products that are quality for people that they can actually afford. And I would like to kind of change the game away from people making very small limited runs and making a lot of money. And I think that making a lot of quality products for a low price is something that we would like to focus our sights on. And if we get a really good hailstorm somewhere in a high-paying zip code, hopefully, there's a good chance that in 2027 we might be doing some really cool trips for skating and really cool products that might be coming out. And they're all in the works. So whether we hit the lottery or we get a nice hailstorm, you can bet your ass that most of that money will be put back into rollerblading, like the $1.8 million that I put back into it over the last 6 years.
Oh, man.
Just in traveling and products,
Yeah.
man. It's been fun.
Hell yeah. Derek, anything to add?
Nope, he pretty much covered it. Just shout outs.
Yeah,
Shout outs
please.
to everyone on the Lava team. You know, we got Phil Gripper and Arsenio, and there's so many good people.
There's a lot of people that haven't gotten credit yet that
Yeah.
are on Lava that we can't wait for them to establish the AM team and the pro team a little bit more. So everybody gets to know everybody that's on there and everybody that's supporting instead of just seeing the skates on their feet and knowing they must be with Lava. So for all those guys, Phil Gripper, Arsenio,
Or just anybody that that's been in the game for a long time. I hope to hear all their voices, and see more of their personalities. I hope more people put shit on YouTube because I'm injured right now. I'm on the injured reserves, and there isn't shit on YouTube.
yeah, my back is out. I'm trying to watch more YouTube stuff.
Yeah, man. I just like to. I think more people would be entertained by stuff in rollerblading if there was more rollerblading content put out there.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that would help also for the more kids for our sport,
Right.
Yep.
and more contests for them to enter.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
And like that's why I love what Austin's doing. Like he's another voice and he chooses
Yeah.
to do
Austin,
goofy
He'll make
content.
titles like 10 Stupid Things, and
Right.
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like his stuff
and
makes
he is
me
an
laugh.
amazing rollerblader, dude.
Oh,
And
dude.
I don't think he gets his flowers as much as he deserves.
No.
He is an amazing, and has been since he came out.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, dude, one of the best true spin top souls ever. And
yeah.
those kind of
True
things
spin
need
every-
to be celebrated. But dude, his true spin on top soul is, dude, for somebody who can't do that trick, if I could do it, I want to do it like Austin Paz.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be like Austin Paz.
Yeah, same. Yeah. He has a how to tutorial on that on YouTube. And I had
Still won't be able to do
a
it.
true spin top sole for a half a day and then I lost it and I got hurt. But it's a very
I
good
did
way
one,
to
and
look
it was
at it
so-
differently. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Well, all right,
All it
let me
takes is
close this
falling
out.
on that once.
What's that?
I said all it takes is falling on that once,
Yeah.
and then you don't want to do it
Yeah.
anymore.
You either want to do it again or you never want to do it again. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll close this out and then I'll check back in with you guys on the chat. But this has been the Inline Hotline podcast. I want to say thank you to Derek and Mike for being here.
Thank you.
For our third one. Hopefully each one is getting better and more professional sounding. We will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, brother.
Inline Hotline.